We're on a prelude to fireworks. The 4th of July, of course, at StubHub Center. Welcome to the View from the Booth. As the Galaxy will take on the Columbus Crew on the 4th, joined by Kobe Jones, Joe Tutino. Fireworks on Saturday night, unfortunately, in San Jose, though. And the one thing that comes to mind for me, Kobe, is, you know, when you're a kid and the last thing you want to do is embarrass your dad, and then Bruce Arena comes out and says, "I'm embarrassed." It's kind of like that feeling right now.
Yeah, I think so. When you look at the results of this game, it's not really about the result, but how it all came about. The Galaxy had really dominated that match, you know, for a good 70, 80 minutes or so. Even giving up that first goal, not too much to be concerned about. But in the end, not finishing off their opportunities. It was talked about, mentioned quite a few times in those situations. You will leave the team an opportunity to feel like they have a chance if you don't score those goals and put the game out of reach, which the Galaxy did not do. And then to kind of lose track of themselves, especially defensively, you know, opened up everything in the back. You know, it allowed Alan Gordon once again to be the hero, you know, for San Jose. You know, you can't have that in those situations. Galaxy really needs to close down games, and that's one thing that, you know, as fans, as announcers, any way you look at it, you really don't want to have this situation coming up again in the Galaxy's history.
How do you reverse that trend? And I know that if they had the answer, they'd do it. So we're midway through the season at this point. How do you reverse a trend that's really stayed with you even from the Champions League?
It really goes down to everything you do as soccer players. It's really the little things. It comes down to clearing the ball properly, holding on to it, being a tight unit in the back. I mean, anything that you want to talk about in soccer, you know, simple passes, you know, everything. It's about doing the little things right again. It's about getting back to the basics, and I think that's what you're finding in these training sessions now. You know, Bruce Arena and the coaching staff is really focusing on the basics and that concentration for the full 90 minutes for the LA team.
The Columbus Crew are in town. That's been a staple for 4th of July games here when it was the Home Depot Center, but obviously now a StubHub Center. Columbus, for whatever reason, is always given the Galaxy trouble, and they're coming off a game that was kind of a circus act as well in Kansas City, where they lost 3-2 in a wild affair.
Since I've been playing in this league with Columbus, I've always felt that they've been like an unorthodox team, and I think that unorthodox nature of how they play really gives the Galaxy a bit of trouble. It was that way when I played, and I still think it's that way now. Columbus, yes, they've had their struggles defensively. I mean, I think that's going to be their focus right now, is being a strong defensive unit in the back. Timing, of course, it comes up with the Galaxy. And we must remember, Columbus has the second best, you know, record as far as getting points on the road. So that says as well, it's going to be a tough matchup for the LA Galaxy on this 4th of July game.
Going forward, though, for Columbus, Higuain, great player off set plays, also through the run of play. Dominic Oduro, a newcomer for them, who's having a very good season as well.
Yeah, and those are the two keys for Columbus right now. Oduro, just with his speed, is going to be a major threat for the Galaxy. A major threat getting behind that Galaxy back line. You know, that's going to be very important, that they're very attentive. There's going to have to be a lot of support from AJ De La Garza with whoever's on Oduro. If he shifts out to the left or to the right, AJ, with his quickness and speed and ability to read the game, is going to have to shift very quickly. And then Higuain, you know, he's the player that I think run a play, he can be matched up very well with the two center players for the Galaxy, the two Brazilians. But I think what's going to be the issue is going to be off of set plays. He's very good on set plays, and he's very tricky as far as if he's going to hit that across, you know, for one of the defenders to try to head it on goal, or if he's going to go direct. So that's going to be a touchy situation. Galaxy's going to have to pay very close attention on that one.
It's an important game for the Galaxy. The second half of the season gets underway. The 4th of July at StubHub Center. Galaxy versus the Columbus Crew, 7:30 start. We hope to see you here. For Kobe Jones, Joe Tutino, thanks for taking a view at this week's View from the Booth.